Hey guys, so yesterday at the end of the video that I put up yesterday, I did something that you should never do when you make YouTube videos, and that is talk about upcoming videos. You don't ever talk about a video that you're going to do in the future, because then if you change your mind, you're going to disappoint people. You know, there may have been someone out there that was looking forward to the video that I was saying I was going to do. So what happened was I'm going to do a similar video right now, today, but it's not going to be the video that I talked about in that video. Yeah, so sorry. What am I talking about? At the end of yesterday's video, I said that I was going to do a get ready with me or tutorial on a specific eyeshadow that I bought recently, and instead of doing that, I decided that I'm gonna focus the video on that eyeshadow, but I'm just not doing it as a tutorial or a get ready with me. There was this woman that I used to watch on YouTube years ago. She doesn't make videos anymore, but almost all her videos were coming on and talking about specific products that she owned, and she would swatch them and compare them to other things, and I just enjoyed that so much. The fact that her videos were like all comparison videos. They weren't tutorials, and they weren't reviews. They were just showing you things that she loved and talking about them and describing them, and then comparing them to other similar things that she had in her collection. Well, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to talk about Urban Decay Tonic Eyeshadow. I bought this a week or two ago. I had always wanted it. It is a beautiful lavender. It's like a warm lavender eyeshadow, but it has like a blue shift to it. It's a duochrome. I've been really into duochrome eyeshadows lately for some reason. Not really sure why, but because I should always be into duochrome eyeshadows because they're so beautiful and they're so versatile, because you've got your base color and then you've got whatever it flashes as the duochrome, or the secondary color that it flashes. So especially if you're mixing tones, it's going to make that eyeshadow so much more versatile, because you can go in so many different directions as far as what you want to pair it with. Now, if I had a deeper skin tone, I would wear this on my lids, and I would go a bright, deep blue in the crease outer corner area. This would look so gorgeous, but I can't pull it off. My skin is just too light. If you go into the Urban Decay Nocturnal Shadow Box palette, I'm not sure if this is still available or not. It was available for the longest time, and they kept marking the price down to get rid of it, so I don't think this is available anymore. It was limited edition, but this was such a great bargain. And I told you guys about this when it was out, and told you what a good deal it was and how many great shadows there were in here. Now, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is I wanted to show you how I have tonic on today. So I have tonic all over my lids, and then what I did was I took this shade right here, Backfire, which is a warm purple. And that's what I have in the crease, in the outer corners, and the outer part of my lids. I smudged a little bit of it underneath my eyeliner, along the lower lash line, and I think that this tonic just looks really good with it, because lavenders and purples, you know, they're in the same color family. This definitely pulls cool because of the duochrome aspect of it, but yet the base color of it is, or the base tone of it is warm. So I put it with this warm purple, and I love the way that it turned out. Now, like I said, if I had a deeper skin tone, I would love to have put it with Heroin, which is this bright, deeper shade of blue. I think that if you are a woman of color especially, oh my God, that would look so beautiful. So yeah, if you are and if you have these products, please try that and take a picture and then send me a link to your Instagram or something, because I want to see that so bad. But anyways, yeah, that's what I would put it with if I had a deeper skin tone. But since I don't, I thought that that purple would pair nicely with it, and I think it does. Now, let's talk about other lavender shades by Urban Decay, because this is not the first Urban Decay lavender eyeshadow that I have purchased. The very first one that I ever purchased was Asphyxia. I can remember when I first got a Sephora at my JCPenney, going in there for the very first time and seeing all the single Urban Decay eyeshadows. This is the eyeshadow that my eyes went to immediately. So this is Asphyxia. And at that time, Tonic wasn't out. Otherwise, I probably would have bought Tonic instead, because I prefer it because Tonic is a duochrome. Asphyxia is, no, I wouldn't call this a duochrome. It does have a blue shift to it, whereas it's a lavender eyeshadow, but not as strong of a duochrome as Tonic. And also the blue tone is stronger in Tonic than it is in Asphyxia. It's a cooler duochrome. But anyways, yeah, this was the very first eyeshadow single I think I ever bought from Urban Decay. Up until that point, I had only bought their palettes. So this will always hold a special place in my heart because of it. So let me hold them up side by side so you can see the difference. So this one is Tonic, and this one is Asphyxia. So I didn't want to get Tonic for the longest time because I thought, you know, it's kind of too close to justify the expense. I remember when they released Tonic, they released it with 7 other eyeshadows, and that was 3 years ago. It was 2015. So this has only been out for about 3 years. But yeah, you can, if I tilt them especially like that, you can kind of see the difference, but I guess you really don't need both. But if you're only going to get one, I think that the Tonic is even prettier. And believe me, I love Asphyxia, but I think Tonic is even prettier. So that's the two side by side. And then there is another lavender type shade in the Urban Decay realm of permanent eyeshadows, and that is Grifter. And if you have the Ammo palette, then you probably already have that, because there's Grifter right there. Now this is the old formula of Urban Decay's eyeshadows, and there's a lot of fallout. And that was always my biggest beef with Urban Decay, was the old formula was too glittery, too much fallout. You really had to use like a very special eyeshadow primer in order to get that glitter to not just end up everywhere by the end of the day. If you did an eye look and used a normal eyeshadow primer with the old formula of Urban Decay, it would be, all the glitter would be all over your face, all over your clothes, everywhere. So at some point, I guess they realized that they needed to reformulate the eyeshadows, because they did do that after they released the original Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. So everything that you have ever bought from Urban Decay eyeshadow-wise after that very first Naked palette. Did I just say something else? I think I did. The first Naked palette was the last thing they did of the old formula. Everything after that has been the revised formula, and it's much, much better. There's still a lot of glittery, shimmery, shadows that will give you fallout, but not like before. Before, everything was just a big glitter bomb, and there was no way you could control it unless you use glitter glue or something like that. But I don't want to use, go to that extreme and put glitter glue on my eyes just to do an everyday look. So anyways, Grifter is part of the old school Urban Decay eyeshadows, and it is really pretty. It's a gorgeous lavender shade, I would say this is also warm lavender, but let me swatch these for you side by side. Before I do that though, I do want to mention that there is one more eyeshadow that is lavender in their permanent line. I just don't happen to have it. It was released in a palette called Fun Something at one time, but it's also an eyeshadow single that you can just purchase from the permanent line. It's called Fishnet, and so I don't have that one, but they do have 4 lavender shades in their permanent line. So now I have 3 out of the 4, so yeah, let me swatch these for you. Okay, so this is Tonic. And then I'm going to swatch Asphyxia right next to it. And then I'm going to put Grifter right next to Asphyxia. Okay. So there are the 3 swatches right there. And boy, when I see them swatched together like this, there isn't really a huge difference between the 3, is there? But Tonic has that duochrome, real strong duochrome aspect to it. Let me smooth these out a little bit. There we go. But yeah, you probably don't need all 3. Tonic is my favorite out of the 3. So if you don't have any of these and you're in the market for a warm lavender eyeshadow from the Urban Decay line of their permanent products, I would go with Tonic. If I didn't have any of these, that's the one that I would definitely want. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video because I really like these comparison type videos. And that's what I would like to do from now on. If I buy like a single eyeshadow from somebody, because I love single eyeshadows. I did a whole video about single eyeshadows versus palettes. I love single eyeshadows. That's what I like to do rather than buy palettes. That's my preference. Not that I don't have any palettes. I definitely have palettes, but I prefer single eyeshadows. I feel like it fuels your creativity more and your artistry. And so that's why I like them better, because then you have to really put a lot of thought into what you're going to put with it. And so I would like to do more of these types of videos in the future where we focus on a product and then compare it to other things that are similar, talk about the similarities, the differences, and which one I like the best out of the bunch. So if you like this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.